Cancer, a cell invasion. Cells are the microscopic building blocks that form all the parts of our bodies. Our hair, heart, muscles, and bones are all made of cells. Cancer happens when cells become abnormal and start growing uncontrollably. These out of control cells then invade otherwise healthy parts of the body. It's sort of similar to how viruses attack our bodies, as we'll learn in the next chapter, except that cancer doesn't spread from person to person. Cancer is not one disease, but many, affecting different organs and making people sick in many different ways. Currently, there are more than 100 known types of cancer, and sometimes their names don't capture how dangerous they can be and how widely they can spread. For example, there are cancers that start in the lung, then move to the liver. They're still lung cancers, even though they're now in the liver too. And in every patient, cancer is different. Thankfully, every year scientists and doctors are learning more and more about what cancer is, how to prevent it, and how to beat it back. Like heart disease, you cannot catch cancer from another person in the same way you can catch a cold, although some viruses and bacteria increase a person's risk for specific types of cancers. Often, cancer cells come together to form masses known as tumors. Sometimes, depending on where the cancer is, tumors can grow so big they're visible as lumps under the skin. If part of a tumor breaks off, wherever it is, and those cancer cells invade another part of the body, like in the lung to liver example I just mentioned, that's called metastasis. If metastasis occurs, it makes eliminating the cancer that much harder. 1 in 2 American men and 1 in 3 American women are projected to get cancer at some point in their lives. That adds up to more than 100 million people, or more than the population of California, Texas, New York, and Illinois combined. Not surprisingly, then, a lot of Americans get cancer every year. In 2012, more than 1.6 million Americans were diagnosed with cancer, not including certain types of skin cancers that are incredibly common and can usually be treated if caught early enough. As is true in treating heart disease, treating and curing cancer is expensive. In 2011 alone, the US spent more than $88 billion on cancer treatment. That's more than all the food and drinks McDonald's, Subway, Starbucks, Wendy's, Burger King, Taco Bell, and Dunkin' Donuts combined sold that year. Also, like heart disease, cancer is a global challenge, and a growing one. In 2012, more than 14 million people were diagnosed with cancer across the world. Again, not counting relatively minor skin cancers. That number is expected to rise to close to 24 million in the next 2 decades. In other words, by the time some of you are my age. After skin cancer, lung and breast cancer are the most common cancers in American women. Prostate and lung cancer are the most common cancers among American men. The prostate is the body part found only in men. Prostate cancer is diagnosed in more men than any other cancer, while lung cancer kills more men than any other cancer. That's true across different racial and ethnic groups. Breast cancer is the most common cancer among American women, but lung cancer kills more American women. This is also generally true across racial groups with one exception. Breast cancer kills more Hispanic American women than lung cancer. It's important to be aware of which cancers may pose more of a risk to your family. Different types of cancer generally affect American kids. Leukemia, or a cancer of the blood and bone marrow, is the most common, and along with brain and central nervous system tumors, makes up about half of the cancers that affect kids in the US. Kids can, but rarely do, develop the cancers most common in adults. Unlike with certain adult cancers, there are no risk factors for kid cancers. If kids get leukemia, they often first feel tired and achy, lose weight, and have a fever. These symptoms are similar to what kids often feel with a cold or flu, and are most likely the result of a cold or flu. The American Cancer Society says it's important to let your pediatrician know if you have those symptoms and if they last for longer than your parents think is normal. While very few kids get cancer, making sure that it's caught early is crucial. More than 80% of children who get cancer now survive because cancers are caught earlier and treatments are more effective.